Have you ever wondered why older adults in Okinawa, Japan, can still garden, ride bikes, and live independently in their 90s? While here in the US, many people start losing strength in their 60s and become dependent on others? It isn't magic. It's lifestyle science, what researchers sometimes call the Japanese muscle longevity code. Age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, is one of the fastest reasons people lose independence. According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, after age 60, we lose, on average, 3–8% of muscle each decade. As muscles weaken, balance fades, falls increase, and the immune system declines. In fact, over 30% of Americans 65 plus have trouble standing up or climbing stairs, classic signs of sarcopenia. But in Japan, especially on Okinawa, a famous blue zone, where people live the longest, the story looks very different. There, many 80-year-olds still garden daily. People in their 90s cook, shop, and care for great-grandchildren. A 2021 paper in the Journal of Aging Research reported that sarcopenia rates in Okinawa are about 50% lower than the global average. And here's the surprising part. Most Japanese elders don't go to the gym and don't rely on expensive supplements. Yet they maintain impressive strength for decades. So what's their secret? Japanese scientists say, muscles aren't only built in the gym, they're nourished in the kitchen, the mind, and the rhythm of everyday life. Today, we'll decode 7 simple habits that help thousands of Japanese older adults slow muscle aging. From how they eat, to how they move, connect, and rest. Each habit works together to protect muscle and preserve strength. By the end, you'll see, keeping your muscles strong after 60 isn't luck. It's a choice, and you can start today. This isn't just a diet tip. It's a way of life in Okinawa, a place with one of the highest rates of centenarians in the world. Most of us eat until we're full. Okinawans stop a little earlier. They believe a light stomach keeps the mind clear and the body strong. This approach keeps weight steady and protects muscles from chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 major drivers of age-related muscle loss. Harvard researchers, 2018, found that mild caloric restriction helps the body repair cells and improves insulin sensitivity, key for muscle cells to absorb amino acids. In simple terms, eating slightly less doesn't make you weak. It helps your muscles work better and last longer. Meet Misao Okawa, one of the world's longest-lived women, who passed away at 117 in Osaka. Asked for her secret, she smiled and said, "Eat until you are 80% full." Her daily meals were simple: grilled small fish, steamed greens, a small bowl of rice, and miso soup. No sweets, no late-night snacking. She always stopped before feeling stuffed. Because of that habit, her weight stayed stable for decades. Her doctor shared that she avoided chronic diseases like diabetes and high blood pressure. A lighter body, a healthy gut, and no steady loss of muscle like we see with chronic overeating. A study in the Journals of Gerontology, 2020, found that older adults who ate about 20% fewer calories than average had 10% more muscle, and 30% lower whole body inflammation compared with those who consistently overate. When the body isn't processing excess energy, muscle cells get time to rest, repair, and rebuild. That's a core reason many Japanese elders keep firm muscles well into late life. You don't need to live in Okinawa to try Hara Hachi Bu. Start today. Eat more slowly. Give each meal at least 20 minutes so your brain can register fullness. Stop at enough. If you could eat more but don't truly need it, that's your 80% mark. Use smaller plates. You'll reduce portions without feeling on a diet. Focus while eating. Skip TV and phones so you can hear your body's signals. Choose fresh, simple foods. Vegetables, fish, and soy are light proteins that still nourish. Hara Hachi Bu doesn't just shape your waistline, it helps keep every muscle fiber younger. Eat a little less, live more intentionally, and you teach your body to resist aging. Eat less to move more to live longer. The Japanese have proven this with their lives. Visit Tokyo's Tsukiji fish market at daybreak, and you'll see it. Lines of shoppers buying maguro, fresh, ruby-red tuna, seen as energy for old age. While many Western seniors rely on red meat, deli meats, and fried foods, Japanese elders choose lighter proteins packed with nutrition: ocean fish, soy, tofu, and miso soup. That's their habit number 6, and it helps them keep strong muscles even in their 90s. Muscles don't just need protein, they need the right kind. Studies show older bodies absorb protein from fish and legumes 20 to 30% more easily than from red meat. That matters, because after 60, the body's muscle-building response drops by about 25%. If the protein is hard to digest, building muscle gets even harder. Fish, especially tuna, salmon, and mackerel, are rich in leucine, the amino acid that switches on muscle building. Omega-3s in fish lower muscle inflammation, improve blood flow, and help repair stressed muscle cells. Soy, a traditional Japanese protein, adds isoflavones that balance hormones and protect muscle from oxidative damage. Together, fish plus tofu become a gentle, powerful combo that feeds muscle without heaviness. In Naha, Okinawa, Hiroshi Tanaka, age 84, still drives to the market each morning and bikes along the shore in the afternoon. A retired PE teacher, he says, "Every day I have a little tuna and a bowl of miso. I never skip breakfast." His usual plate: one lightly grilled slice of tuna, maguro, a small bowl of rice, a dish of cold tofu with scallions, hiyayako, a bowl of miso soup, no heavy oils, no red meat, no deep-fried foods. Local doctors say his muscle and bone markers look like a 60-year-old's, a living example of protein from the sea. According to the Journal of Nutrition, 2019, Japanese adults average about 68 grams of protein per day, over 60% from fish and plants. People who eat more fish-based protein have about 40% lower risk of sarcopenia than those who rely on red meat. An Osaka University study, 2021, found older adults who eat fish at least 3 times a week have 12% more arm and leg muscle, and omega-3s improve muscle insulin sensitivity, helping muscles absorb amino acids, crucial as we age. You don't need to move to Japan. Try a few simple steps. Eat fish 3 to 4 times a week. Salmon, tuna, sardines, or cod. Swap in tofu, tempeh, or edamame for red meat, 1 to 2 meals a week. Pair protein plus greens plus slow carbs, like brown rice, sweet potatoes, and steamed veggies. Cut processed meats, deli slices, bacon, and sausages promote muscle-damaging inflammation. Get omega-3s naturally from fish, or from flax and chia. A small cultural tip: eat fish with chopsticks, not a knife and fork. You'll eat slower, chew better, and absorb protein more easily. Real strength in later life doesn't come from steak or protein powders. It comes from the sea and the soil. Simple, clean foods that quietly strengthen every fiber. The sea feeds our muscles, and simplicity keeps them strong. Have you met someone in their 80s who can still bend to plant vegetables, stroll to the market, and chat all morning? In Okinawa, that's common. People there don't exercise in the usual sense. They move because they have a reason. That reason is Ikigai, the reason you get up in the morning. Every small movement has meaning: gardening, cooking, visiting a neighbor, walking to the temple. When movement is tied to joy and purpose, every step becomes anti-aging medicine. When we work out because we have to, the body resists and the mind tires. When movement carries positive feelings, joy, friendship, nature, our bodies release endorphins and dopamine, which lower cortisol, the stress hormone, build more mitochondria, your cell's energy engines, and protect muscle long-term. The WHO notes that 150 minutes of light activity per week can cut sarcopenia risk by about 30%, even without heavy workouts. That's why many Okinawan elders, without bodybuilding, keep strong, flexible bodies. They're not exercising to be healthy. They live in a way that makes them move. Meet Emiko Watanabe, age 90, from a small village near Naha. She's up at 5 a.m. for green tea, then heads to the garden. 2 hours of weeding, picking beans, watering flowers, not out of duty, but because she loves the soil in my hands and the sun on my shoulders. Why not hire a gardener? She smiles. If I stop moving, my body will stop living. Her doctor says her blood pressure and muscle mass look like a 70-year-old's. She doesn't count steps or calories, but she easily tops 7,000 steps a day just from tending plants. Researchers call her routine a perfect example of Ikigai movement woven into daily life. A joint project from National Geographic and the University of the Ryukyus, 2018, found that Okinawans over 80 spend about 5.5 hours a day in light activities like walking, gardening, cooking, and housework, have 15% more thigh muscle and 40% lower fall risk than Americans the same age. Harvard Research, 2016, adds, people with a clear Ikigai live about 7 years longer and recover muscle faster after injuries. A positive mindset and purpose aren't just good for the heart. They're mental nutrition for your muscles. You don't need to live in Japan. Give purpose to your daily movement. Find a reason to move. Garden, play with grandkids, cook, tidy, or walk to the store. Move with others. Join a walking group or Sunday stroll club. Go outside. 15 minutes of fresh air a day. Make it a lifestyle. Stand to take calls. Choose stairs over elevators. Set gentle goals. I'll water the plants every morning is easier than I must walk 3 miles. When you find joy in each motion, your body naturally wants more. Ikigai isn't grand. It's the small joy that gets you up each day. Muscles aren't only fed by protein, they're fed by purpose and delight. Move for what you love, and you'll lengthen the life of every cell. Ask an Okinawan elder for the secret to a long, strong life, and many won't say diet or exercise. They'll smile and say, Moai. Moai means a lifelong friend group, 4 or 5 people who promise to support one another for life. They don't just drink tea, they garden together, share meals, and show up when someone is sick or grieving. In Japan they say, when the heart is warm, the body is strong. Moai keeps both mind and muscle from shrinking with age. Modern science calls this your social muscle. Deep connection lowers cortisol, the inflammation hormone that eats away at muscle. At the same time, oxytocin and serotonin rise. That means less stress and better sleep, better nutrient absorption and protein synthesis, more energy and motivation to move. Moai friends also nudge each other to walk, stretch, and garden, creating a gentle but continuous social movement loop that protects muscle naturally. In Ogimi, called the Village of Longevity, 5 women ages 82 to 96 call themselves the Golden Moai. They meet every Tuesday to drink tea, sing folk songs, and swap stories. Kayo Miyagi, 91, told NHK Japan, "We don't let anyone be lonely. If someone is sick, we bring porridge. If someone is sad, we sing." Local doctors note that the Golden Moai members have better muscle, stronger bones, and brighter moods than average for their age. None have depression or dementia, and they've kept the group together for over 40 years. To them, friendship is medicine. Harvard's 75-year study, 2016, found that high-quality relationships are the strongest predictor of health in later life. The Journal of Aging and Health, 2020, reports that having at least 2 positive social ties is linked with a 33% lower risk of sarcopenia. Chronic loneliness does the opposite. It drives internal inflammation and faster muscle loss. In Okinawa, loneliness is rare. Everyone belongs to a Moai. Think of it as social immune protection, friendship as a biological safeguard. You don't need to live in Japan to build your own Moai. Call an old friend. Reconnect with someone you value. Join a community group, church, a walking club, senior yoga, or a community garden. Share meals. Eat with others once or twice a week. Digestion and mood both improve. Form a group of 5. Pledge to encourage one another to move, eat well, and stay positive. Keep someone to laugh with. Laughter is gentle exercise for your abs and your heart. Muscles may weaken with time, but friendship keeps you strong. In Okinawa, they don't just live long, they live long together. Every conversation, every smile, every shared cup of tea is natural medicine for a younger, stronger body. Start today. Call a friend you miss. Every bond you build is another strand of muscle for your longevity. When we think muscle, we think protein, workouts, and vitamin D. The Japanese add a different lever, the power of the gut. Their tool is fermented foods, natto, fermented soybeans, miso, tsukemono, Japanese pickles, and soy yogurt. They say, if your gut is happy, your whole body is happy. Science now agrees. A healthy gut is the foundation for strong muscles as we age. Your gut houses over 100 trillion microbes, your microbiome. Good bacteria help you digest food, make vitamins, and calm whole-body inflammation. When the microbiome is off, too much sugar, processed meat, or frequent antibiotics, inflammatory cytokines rise and the body breaks down protein faster, speeding sarcopenia. When the gut is healthy, you absorb amino acids and minerals better. Inflammation drops, anabolic hormones rise, and muscle loss slows. Fermented foods are like fertilizer for your good bugs, a natural medicine used in Japan for centuries. In Kyoto, Kenji Sato, 88, walks to the park each morning to play the board game Go with Friends. His simple habit? I eat natto every morning, for over 40 years. Natto is sticky, strongly flavored fermented soy. Kenji mixes it with rice, scallions, and a splash of soy sauce. Doctors say his digestion and muscle health look better than many people 20 years younger. Kyoto University research shows Bacillus subtilis in natto helps digestion and boosts leucine absorption, the key amino acid for muscle building. Natto also delivers vitamin K2, which supports bone density and lowers fracture risk, often a twin threat alongside muscle loss. A 2022 Kyoto University study reports that older adults who eat fermented foods 4+ times per week have 13% more arm and leg muscle and 25% lower CRP inflammation than those who don't. A 2021 paper in Nature Metabolism found that Lactobacillus plantarum can stimulate IGF-1, a hormone that helps maintain muscle in older adults. In other words, feeding your gut is a workout for your muscles. Try it anywhere in the US. Add fermented foods daily: yogurt, kefir, kombucha, kimchi, or miso soup. Feeling adventurous? Many Asian supermarkets, like H-Mart, carry natto. Eat prebiotic fiber, bananas, oats, artichokes, garlic, to feed good bacteria. Cut sugar and ultra-processed foods that poison the microbiome. Pair with clean proteins, fish, beans, or hard-boiled eggs to maximize absorption. A morning miso soup, a midday yogurt, a spoon of kimchi at dinner. Small steps with big muscle benefits. The Japanese say, when the belly smiles, the body smiles. Fermented foods are friends to both gut and muscle. Care for your microbiome, and you turn off aging switches while turning on your body's natural repair mode. A healthy gut is the hidden gym for your muscles. In Japan, there's a national healing habit called Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing. You don't bathe in water. You immerse yourself in the air, sounds, and scents of the forest. Japanese elders believe time among trees cleanses the body, resets the mind, and calms inflammation. It sounds poetic, but science backs it up. The forest can protect your muscles. Under stress, cortisol and inflammatory messengers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha rise. They quietly erode muscle and block protein synthesis, the heart of sarcopenia. Forest bathing helps reverse that. Trees release phytoncides, natural plant compounds that reduce systemic inflammation, steady heart rate and blood pressure, boost DHEA, a muscle protective hormone, and strengthen immune activity. Just 2 hours a week among trees can lower IL-6 by about 20% and increase natural killer cell activity by up to 40%. Tokyo Medical University, 2019. With less inflammation, muscle repairs and rebuilds more easily, preserving strength. Meet Yumi Nakahara, 85, from Forested, Nagano. For 30 years, she's walked 2 hours every Sunday in a nearby woodland, through every season. Why? She laughs. The trees listen to me. When I walk among them, my worries disappear. Her doctors say her CRP inflammation is 40% lower than average for her age, and her thigh strength matches that of many 65-year-olds. No supplements, no gym, just weekly forest time. Proof that nature is the best training room for old age. A 2020 study in environmental health and preventive medicine found that even 2 Shinrin-yoku sessions a month can lower cortisol, 15 to 20%, and increase lean mass in adults 65 plus after 12 weeks. In 2022, Nagasaki University reported that older adults who live near more greenery have a 36% lower risk of sarcopenia. Nature doesn't just relax you, it tunes your biology back to a youthful setting. You don't need Mount Fuji. Try this in the US. Walk in a park, garden, or green trail 2 to 3 times a week. Move slowly for 60 to 120 minutes. No rushing, no earphones. Breathe through your nose outdoors. You'll take in those anti-inflammatory phytoncides. Bring greenery home. A few plants can lower stress. Pair with gentle movement, outdoor yoga, mindful walking, or reading under a tree. Unplug. Turn off your phone so your brain and muscles can rest. The Japanese say, when we merge with nature, the body remembers how to heal. Forest bathing doesn't just calm the mind. It keeps you limber, speeds muscle recovery, and slows aging. Nature doesn't just calm your mind. It rebuilds your strength. An old Japanese saying goes, a person's age lives in their legs. Modern science agrees. After 60, leg strength is one of the best predictors of longevity and independence. When thighs and calves weaken, balance slips, circulation suffers, and the whole system, muscles, bones, heart, and brain, starts to decline. That's how many of us age faster than we should. In Japan, especially Okinawa, people keep a daily habit of sitting on the floor, standing up, and moving often. It's a hidden workout that keeps legs strong without a gym. Traditional homes use tatami mats, low tables, and futon bedding, not high sofas or beds. That means dozens of sit-downs and stand-ups every day, for meals, rest, and tasks. Each stand without using hands is essentially a natural squat, activating legs, hips, and core. Do that for decades, and you keep fast, stable legs into your 90s. Yuki Arakawa, 92, in Okinawa, is known for doing 10-floor sit-to-stands in a row. No hands. Every morning she starts with 10 smooth reps, breathing steadily. I don't need to exercise, she says. Life is my exercise. Her quadriceps and balance test like a woman of 60. She has never had a fall, rare after 90. Her only secret, don't sit too long, don't lie down too much, keep the legs busy. A BMJ 2018 analysis showed older adults with stronger thigh muscles had a 47% lower 10-year mortality risk. Those with weak legs faced double the risk of falls and fractures. Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology, 2020, found that the 30-second sit-to-stand score links directly to heart health and lifespan. Those who could stand 12 times in 30 seconds tended to live about 6 years longer. Why do legs matter so much? Because leg muscles make up to 60% of total muscle mass, your body's energy factory, pumping blood efficiently, feeding the brain with oxygen, and keeping you balanced. When legs weaken, the system powers down. You don't need tatami mats. Try this daily. 10 sit-to-stands a day. Sit on a chair, stand up without using your hands. Inhale as you sit, exhale as you rise. Climb at least 3 flights of stairs each day. Cheap, powerful training. Floor sitting 5-10 minutes daily. Standing up from the floor recruits hips and thighs. Calf stretches before bed. Better circulation, fewer cramps, more flexibility. Never sit longer than 30 minutes straight. Stand, take a few steps, stretch. Give it 2 weeks and you'll feel steadier posture, stronger legs, and steadier energy. The Japanese keep a simple belief. If your legs are strong, you're still young. Real strength isn't about big muscles. It's about flexibility and consistency. By keeping the stand-up habit, they don't just fight sarcopenia. They protect independence and dignity. Strong legs, strong life. Train your legs. They're the pillars of your future. By now, you've seen it clearly. The Japanese don't stay young because of genetics. They do it through habits. They don't fight age. They flow with it. We explored 7 habits that help prevent sarcopenia and keep muscles strong for life. Hara Hachi Bu. Stop at 80% full. Protein from the sea, maguro and tofu power. Fermented foods. Build muscle from the gut up. Moai. Friendship is a vitamin for longevity. Ikigai movement. Move with purpose. Shinrin-yoku. Forest bathing to calm inflammation. Strong legs, strong life. Leg strength is life strength. 7 habits. 1 philosophy. Live simply, live meaningfully, move with joy. That's the Japanese longevity mindset. Science shows that 1 small change a day can slow muscle loss and early aging by 30 to 40%. And it's never too late to begin. 60s, 70s, even 80s. Start small. Eat slower. Eat cleaner. Walk more. In sunlight and fresh air. See friends. Share meals. Laugh often. And every morning, stand up with a reason. In Japan, they call that Ikigai, your reason to live. Here, we call it vitality. You don't need a flight to Okinawa. You can build your own blue zone right where you live, at home, on your block, in your local park. Start with a light meal, a short walk, or a phone call to an old friend. Those small steps stitch you to health, joy, and true longevity. The secret of longevity is not in Okinawa. It's in your daily life. At Seniors Daily, we believe longevity is a choice, and you can choose it today. Choose to live proactively, strongly, and meaningfully, as the Japanese have for centuries. Begin with the smallest habit, but begin now. Which of the 7 Japanese habits will you start today? Share your answer with us, so together we can build a blue zone right here in America. Seniors Daily, where growing older doesn't mean slowing down, it means living deeper.